Hey guys, it's S0ur, and today I will share with you several tips that will help you earn camos faster. Specifically, I'll be focusing on the challenges that involve Bloodthirsty medals, which can be particularly annoying on the MDL semi-automatic grenade launcher and perhaps a couple of the sniper rifles. I'll also give some general camo earning tips later on for some of the harder challenges. Now, just to be clear, this is post-first patch, so I'm not going to be talking about how you used to be able to prestige and re-earn camos to cheat the system and get easy royalty and diamond camos. That stuff is all thankfully fixed. So now, no reason to delay. How do you get Bloodthirsty medals with the MDL? It launches projectiles that behave similar to frag grenades, and you only start with 12 of them. So are you really expected to go on a 5-kill streak with this not just once, but 5 times? The answer is no. There is a very big trick to this that you have to know if you're trying to do this, and it's a significant trick too. I wouldn't take this entire video to tell you something stupid like, well, you'll want to play a game mode that you like, and use perks that you like, and good luck, because I see some tip videos that do that and I'm like, well, come on, you really didn't tell me anything here. I already knew that I should be using perks that I like and play a game that I like. That's kind of common sense, and that's why I'm not going to make a video talking about SMG camos or any other type of camo, and people have asked me to do that, and well, it's because I don't have anything to tell you, really. It's a bit of a grind, it takes some time, like the dogfight medals, those are pretty rare, but other than jumping more than usual, there's no way you can really control how to get them. Just play the game and it'll come with time. For slide kills, use gung-ho. It's all pretty simple tips there, so I don't think it deserves a video. Anyway, back to the MDL. Call it a bug, call it an exploit. I honestly don't consider it either of those, but the way that you earn many camos in this game is a bit funky. It's not quite what you'd expect because it isn't the way it worked in previous games. So no more dodging the trick, I'll try to lay it out there. When dealing with challenges that require you to earn medals, or accolades, or those things that come up on your screen after a kill like long shot, headshot, strafe, double kill, Bloodthirsty, and so on, which is the majority of camo challenges, can often be completed as long as you're holding the weapon in your hand when you earn the medal. It doesn't actually matter that you earned the medal with the weapon. If you've encountered symptoms of this before, you may understand what I just said. Otherwise, it was probably pretty confusing, so I'm going to give a ton of examples of how you can apply this. First of all, how can you easily get MDL Bloodthirsties? Because that's what's in the title, that's the main topic of the video. Well, the first fact that makes this easier: you can get your first 4 kills with anything. A pistol, melee, a grenade, or my personal favorite, an overkill primary weapon. So let's say I'm using this class, I can get 4 kills in a row with the MLE. Of course, it doesn't matter that it's an MLE, I just happen to be earning camos for that as well at the time. And then for my 5th kill, I switch to the MDL, get 1 kill, the Bloodthirsty medal pops up, and that's 1 point towards the Bloodthirsty challenge. Believe me, this isn't just a hunch I have, it's how I completed the challenge. Now that being said, getting 1 kill with the MDL isn't always super easy, especially when you're under a little bit of pressure. After all, you just took the time to set this up, you counted out your 4 kills, because a word of warning, if I, for example, got 5 kills with the MLE, saw the Bloodthirsty medal and thought, oh crap, then switched to the MDL and got a 6th kill, the game doesn't think, wow, he's on a 6-kill streak with the MDL, here's your point. Nope, you get nothing for that. It has to be the 5th kill when the medal comes up on your screen. So like I was saying, maybe you're unable to get your 5th kill with the MDL. Let's say you fired off all 12 shots and weren't able to pick up a kill. Well, might as well jump off the map and start again and go count out 4 more kills, right? Not entirely. Even with no more MDL ammo, you can still get an MDL kill with your fists. That's right, this is another way this rule applies. If I get my 5th kill by punching someone when the MDL is in my hand, that will also count as an MDL Bloodthirsty. Of course, that isn't easy either, but if you run out of MDL ammo, all hope is not lost. I actually earned one of my Bloodthirsties this way. I ran out of ammo and managed to punch someone as they came through a door, earning me an MDL Bloodthirsty. I found this somewhat strange because you'll notice that if someone gets a round-winning kill with a punch melee attack, it says the weapon they used was the combat knife, even though they didn't. But anyway, it does still count towards the weapon you're carrying. I can say this with absolute certainty because one time I was running around with the MLE, I punched someone, and that actually gave me the 10 hipfire kills camo. Funnily enough, melee does count as hipfire, because I guess you're sure as hell not aiming down your sights. I've also earned the 300 kills with heavy weapons by getting a grenade kill while holding the MLE, so that's a thing too. Now continuing with the MDL camos a bit here, the double kills are the only other thing that can be a bit of a challenge, but they aren't too bad. I find that if you put on Danger Close and hop in a hardcore Dom game, and especially if you get the map Comeback, I find this is the easiest. There are often at least 2 enemies in the middle building by B-Dom. Just fire a ton of rounds in there and hope for the best, just don't kill your teammates, or you'll probably be kicked. Remember, you can also get double kills by doing other stuff, like melee. You can fire the MDL in a room, get 1 kill, and also melee someone, and as long as the double kill medal pops up, that is indeed an MDL double kill. Not that that's easier to do or set up, but it did happen to me once, and it's just something to be aware of. Although, a word of warning, this trick that I've been talking about, where you have the weapon in your hand when you earn the medal, that can also work against you. Many times I fired a couple grenades into a room, died, respawned with the MLE, and earned a double kill or a triple kill, and not gotten the credit towards the challenge because I was holding the MLE when I respawned, not the MDL. I really wish I was using a class with a sniper as my primary in those scenarios, because you actually need 5 sniper double kills for a camo, and there's a good chance that would actually count towards them. I can't say for sure because I haven't tested that, and that might be a good way to earn them more easily than trying to go for collaterals. But anyway, I think you get the point by now. You can apply this trick to basically any weapon and any challenge. Like with the sniper rifles, I believe you need 15 Bloodthirsties for the sniper rifles. It's very doable, certainly more so than the MDL, but if you aren't having a good time getting NA45 Bloodthirsties or something, you can use this same overkill trick. Just get 4 kills with the BAL or whatever, switch to the NA45, and you'll get your 5th kill and your Bloodthirsty. Now, there is one last thing I wanted to talk about in this video, and that is the launchers. If you enjoy hunting the camos in this game, which you probably do because you sought out and or clicked on this video, you'll know how stupid some of the launcher challenges are. The Stinger is all good, a little fun even. The Warbirds are a little tough because they have some flares and they fly away after a very short 30 seconds. And the Goliaths took me a while because it's not that often that you see them, but time took care of that. But holy hell, what is up with the MAAWS and the MAHEM? For the MAAWS, you have to do the same stuff as the Stinger. 10 UAVs, 5 Warbirds, 3 Paladins, and so on. For the MAHEM, it's 5 UAVs, 5 Warbirds, and 3 Paladins. My god, these launchers don't lock on. Now with the MAAWS, there is a way to shoot down UAVs. You can fire it something like 90 degrees to the right, wait a couple seconds for it to fly out to the altitude of the UAV, then aim directly at the UAV and you'll feel some kind of pulsating vibration in your controller as if it's locking on. But even this technique is very tough to accomplish. Most of the time the missile is too slow to reach the UAV or just flies all over the place. And with the MAHEM, that thing does not lock on at all. Good luck. And they made it 5 UAVs, which honestly is even worse than 10 UAVs. It shows that they didn't just copy pasta the Stinger challenges. They actually thought, hey, you know what? This is kind of tough. Let's make it 5 UAVs. Jesus Christ, it is still impossible. It is not fun. It doesn't show skill. It's all luck. These missiles do not fire straight, and they are slow. Earning this challenge proves nothing but that you spent hours firing tons of Hail Mary missiles at UAVs, hoping for the best. Anyway, where am I going with this comical complaining? Well, with the camo trick I was talking about earlier, I thought I was onto something big. Nobody else was talking about this. I saw tons of complaints about the challenge, but no solutions, and I thought I was going to be the first to come up with this genius solution, which should have been my first clue because it isn't every day that you beat the internet to an idea. So maybe you can guess what my idea was. Well, I thought, you know, maybe if I fired at a UAV with the Stinger, then switched to the MAHEM or the MAAWS before it hit, that would count. Boom, mind blown. Unfortunately, after some frustrating testing, it doesn't work, and I will explain why. So it was somewhat difficult to set this up. What's weird is that if I have a class with a primary and a secondary, if I die with the secondary in my hand, I don't drop it, I will still drop the primary. So I had to make 2 classes with only the launchers. First, I tried doing this. I'd have my Stinger class on, switch to the MAHEM class, fire the Stinger at a UAV, die, respawn with the MAHEM, and boom, the UAV gets shot down with the MAHEM in my hand. I tried this very same thing in game, and what do you know, it sadly did not give me the challenge credit. So I thought maybe it's bad to die in the middle like that, I'll try it a different way. So I killed myself with the Stinger only class so that I actually dropped the Stinger, not my primary. Then I ran all the way back there with the MAHEM class, picked it up, and now I have both launchers. Too bad there's no underkill wildcard that would let me have 2 secondaries, that would have made it a lot easier. But anyway, I fired the Stinger at the UAV, switched to the MAHEM, but I did this in game too, and sure enough, no success. I was quite sad. But now I think I know why, and it is not an exception to the hold it in your hand rule I made up earlier. It's actually because the challenge says shoot down 10 UAVs with this weapon, whereas with something like the MDL, it says earn 5 Bloodthirsties. Now if it said go on 5 5 kill streaks with the MDL, then maybe you actually would have had to get all 5 kills with the MDL, but it says Bloodthirsties, which is the name of the medal, so that's probably how they coded it, and that's how it measures the challenge. With the launchers, it says shoot down 10 UAVs with this weapon. Note that it does not say earn 10 blackout medals with this weapon, which is the name of the medal you get for shooting down a UAV. If that was the case, maybe they would have coded it that way, and that's the way it would have worked. Of course, that's just my theory. That's how it makes sense to me. I don't know anything about how these challenges are actually built, so you can't take that as fact. I just think it's a decent theory to explain what's happening. So if you're wondering why I took all that time to explain how this tip does not work for launchers, well, it's so that you don't take what I said in the first half of the video and apply it the same way to some of the launcher challenges like I did at first. Now you know what I've tested, what did and did not work, so that you don't waste your time trying the same thing. Anyway, I'll cut off this launcher tangent and start to wrap up the video. The core takeaway is that, as far as I can tell, when you earn medals through any method, they will be automatically assigned to whatever weapon you're holding at the time, and in many cases, this feature or flaw, whatever you call it, will help you with earning camos. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully it helped clear up your understanding of the camo unlock system in this game. If they end up considering this a bug and patching it, then I'll probably either take this video down or put a big ugly annotation explaining how the patch affected this information. But until that is the case, I hope this has helped you. You can let me know if it did, or ask about any other camo challenges you may be having trouble with. Perhaps I can help. But that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.